Hi and welcome back to Bride Society. Today we're going to show you how to make heart garlands, which make a really pretty decoration for the back of your reception chairs. So it makes a nice alternative to the sort of satin bows, sashes that you see quite a lot. So if you're looking to mix things up a bit, then this could be the idea for you. So obviously it's slightly dependent on the types of chairs that you're planning to have at your reception, so obviously think ahead to that. But if you're using like Camelot chairs, or what did you call them?
Chivari chairs?
Not sure how we pronounce it. I think if you search either word though, they should come up, the ones with the bits that like stick up on either end of the back.
So if you've got nice chairs, this is a good way to show the chairs off.
So yes, so this is something I did for my wedding, and so one way of doing it, which is how I'm going to do it, so obviously you need a length of thread to start with. So I picked out sort of a nice sort of silvery thread rather than just a regular cotton thread, just to glam it up a bit. And also you need to be able to measure out the length. Now, obviously the backs of chairs are fairly standard size, particularly like the Camelot ones. So what I did was use the back of my own chairs, which my dining chairs conveniently happen to have the backs of them, which you can kind of see behind me there. So yeah, so what I did to measure it out, if I get up for a second, is literally to pick a length. If you could just hold one end for me there, so it doesn't come away. Come around, I literally just measured it out. How long's that? Give space to sort of be able to loop around the top, so it can support itself, and then so it'll hang down the back. And you need enough for both ends. So hopefully I've left enough on that side also for it to hang down.
Yeah.
So that would be approximately the right length. So if you just nip that, take it off, sit back there. Okay. And then you'll just take your scissors and just snip off that length. So what I would then do, say you're getting up like 60 times, is to use that length then as your template to cut all the others. So you can cut a bunch all at once, or just leave one set aside. But I mean, you can measure it out if you want to be really precise. But that's how I did it. Obviously, deciding how many you need to measure out is determined by how many people you've invited to sit down at your wedding. But actually what I did to save time, because it can be kind of time consuming making these, is that I decided to do it for every other chair. So you literally halved the amount that you have to make, which I personally thought was a stroke of genius.
And this would be a good activity just in an evening. If you're watching TV, you could probably do it at the same time.
I think that's what I do here an hour, and probably roped my mother into it at some point too. So you've got your length of thread. Then you need to get your hearts. So we've got some pre-cut here, which you might just be able to see down here. But yeah, take your novel of choice and your stamp cutter, which I say is heart shape, obviously. And then it's just a case of going where it doesn't really matter what direction or anything, and just go along and cut.
And I guess also you could use whatever paper card in the colour of your choice, so it could match the style of your wedding.
Yes.
This would be especially good if you're having kind of a literary theme, or just if you love books and want a slight nod to your love of books. But you could use things like music paper if you were both into music, or just different coloured cards or paper.
Yeah, lots of choices.
Yeah.
So I just did a few there to show you, but obviously you need to make quite a lot more than that. But yes, use every inch of the page and save a tree. But yes, so then you also need to take your length of thread and thread a needle onto it, which here's one we did earlier. But you also then need to tie a knot in the opposite end of the thread. So I will do that there. Just do it a couple of times just to make it so they don't slide off the other end. There we go.
Yeah, I'm there.
Different techniques there. But yeah. Okay, so you've got a nice long thread there. So your arms will be tired at the start because you're doing this. Alright, so then basically start threading. So you've got your little hearts here. What we're going to do is you take your heart, you're going to go through, like, well, do it how you like, but how I'm doing it is I'm going through the sort of one bump of the heart and going out the other bumpy bit, if you know what I mean. So I'm just coming through, stitching it to the other side, pulling it through. Try not to crease it too much if you can help it, okay? Obviously try and be delicate with it so you're not like tearing the page, but you just slide it all the way down and then to the bottom. Right, and then keep going. Put some music on, have a little party. But yeah, in terms of spacing, again, very much up to you. I like, obviously the bigger gap you leave, the quicker it's going to be for you to make. They will move around slightly and you can reposition them afterwards because they're not sort of fixed, but they will sort of hold themselves. I like to maybe leave them about this far apart, so a couple of centimetres between each. But so it doesn't need to be exact. No one's going to be there with a measuring tape, and once they're hanging, it kind of distorts the eye anyway because they're not in a straight line, so you don't need to stress too much about that. But yeah, and then just keep on going and then tie a knot in at the other end. And then obviously, like, when you've done the first one, hang it, make sure you're happy with the length that you did and that kind of thing before you do any more. Afterwards, obviously, they'll have a tendency to tangle together if you're doing a lot. What I did was sort of thread them through a coat hanger to try and hang them to try and prevent that happening. So it's just a little tip there. You might have a better idea. Let me know if you do. Put it in the comments. But yeah, just keep on going. So we'll show you how it looks at the end. But don't forget to check out our other videos. Also, we have other uses for this, these little hearts coming up in a few weeks' time as well. So if you're looking for a theme going on, there'll be that. And yeah, don't forget to hit subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a thing.